Good evening. It is time for today's Tax Talk. I'm your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy. It is Tuesday, January 10th, the year of our Lord 2023. I almost said 2022, but I didn't. Today, it's Crypto Tuesday. Don't forget that. And so we're going to talk about blockchain today. I'm always interested in the use of blockchain and where it's going and what kind of innovative ways it's going to change all of our lives. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Won't you join us? I don't know what's going on here today. So thanks so much for joining us. I'm your host, attorney Stephen Leahy. Account abstraction. What the heck is that? Well, it's combining different accounts, and Visa, the credit behemoth, has come out with a paper today talking about how they're trying to use this blockchain and account abstraction and Ethereum smart contracts, and so that's what we're going to talk about today. But as always, as on Crypto Tuesday, we always begin with a look at the markets. And then today's no different, so make sure that I have that off and so we can look at the markets. So let's do that. Let us look at the markets. Here we go. That ain't the markets. That ain't the markets. There we go. So here's the markets today. We're on our favorite site, coinflip.tech. Coinflip.tech. And you'll see, again, I'm always amazed at Bitcoin and Ethereum and how they kind of run lockstep together. And you'll see that it's up for the day. Not tremendously, but up nonetheless. And then for the week, let's go down, see if we can look at the week now. This is the week of Bitcoin. A steady climb. We'll see the same thing in Ethereum. Steady climb. So that's where we are. It's still within that range that's been in the last, some months now. It's been in the range. Now it has gone down quite a bit there for a while. This is Litecoin, so not really. But that's Bitcoin, Ethereum have been steadily rising in the last couple of months. They've been going in that range from the 7th. It was down, but between 16 and 20 for Bitcoin. So nothing's changed. But we always like to take a look at it. So here's the article we're going to talk about today. And actually, we're going to look at also a paper that was issued by Visa themselves, because there's a good example in there about what it is and what they're trying to do. So but we'll begin here with this article. Visa proposal would bring Ethereum users one step closer to being their own bank. Now, isn't it all right? The goal of crypto, in my mind, and what always been proposed, to what I've seen, the proposal is always to free us from middlemen and intermediaries, and to give us, our own destiny, so to speak, right? And so kind of what just opposite of what's going on in crypto now, or what was going on with these exchanges, right? So people are buying exchanges, and the exchanges are holding everybody's crypto. And so there's a third party in charge. And so it's just like a bank. They're holding my money. And if I wanted to use it, I got to go to them, right? But you don't have to go crypto. You could hold them yourself, right? And that's really, I think, who's a big advocate of that is McAfee, right? John McAfee was a big advocate of holding your own Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in a wallet, a software wallet that you control, and not a exchange like FTX or whatever the exchange is, right? That was the promise. And so this is what's going on here. Maybe, of course, they've been working on this longer than what's been happening, but it makes sense. So let's look at the Credit giant Visa today released a proposal. Well, let us go back to the credit giant Visa today released a proposal that would let owners of Ether cryptocurrency set up automatic payments directly from their own self-custodial wallets. A proposal that would require banks and other centralized entities to be part of the picture. Would not require, I should say, because that's really what we're after, right? We're trying to get rid of the middleman. While the service is far from groundbreaking to pretty much anyone who has a bank account, the proposal resulting from an internal hackathon hosted by Visa earlier this year would go a long way to making the often obtuse world of crypto more approachable for customers. Coming at a time when more than $2 trillion has been wiped off the cryptocurrency market value and following numerous high-profile bankruptcies of centralized exchanges and lenders, the proposal is the latest of a number of promising efforts to align digital assets with early proponents' vision of banking system shown of layers of fee-grabbing intermediaries. Visa's head of central bank digital currencies and protocols, who co-wrote the proposal, says that if one of the major use cases of blockchain is for payments, then the basic requirement that the blockchain has to function just as good as today, if not better. The proposal published in Visa's website today emerged from a competition among the company's employees in February to solve the problem of how Ether owner could pay a bill with crypto at a future date while temporarily away from internet service. With the bank, the process of pre-authorized payments is easy because the financial institution can write whatever rules it wants for its account holders. But it is much more complicated in a world of public blockchains, where a single code base of basic tools called blockchain primitives is available to anyone. The Ethereum network today offers externally owned accounts or user accounts and contract accounts, which automatically run code known as smart contracts. We've all heard of smart contracts, and that's what a smart contract is. The Visa proposal would essentially merge the two into a single account. That's where the account abstraction comes in. Turning the smart contract for executing commands into a software wallet for storing cryptocurrency. A process called account abstraction. The idea of turning the smart contract itself into a wallet was proposed in 2015 by Ethereum creator and formalized in 2017 as Ethereum Improvement Proposal 86. Currently marked as stagnant, resulting from more than 6 months of inactivity, the Visa proposal would rejuvenate interest. If Boutron marked it as draft, or if one of the several newer proposals sees traction. The truth is there a debate on how AA should be implemented on Ethereum, the paper authors wrote. In addition to the research on automating payments, the Visa team is working with Ethereum developers outside the company to increase the capacity to handle large volumes of transactions, provide increased security, interoperate with other blockchains, and do it all while ensuring users' privacy is protected. According to GRU, we are committed to continuing to do research and do more education into blockchain primitives and protocols surrounding things that will be potentially important for payments, she said. So I think this is an ongoing effort. Though Visa is among the first traditional payment giants to take digital assets seriously with the 2015 launch of the first crypto-linked card, it is now competing against the likes of MasterCard, PayPal, and Block, formerly known as Square, and I did not even realize that Square changed their name, is bringing such payments to mainstream users. The account abstraction hackathon predates the crypto market collapse by several months, but the timing of this announcement happens to coincide with a larger push by crypto developers to emphasize the early "not your keys, not your crypto" mantra that opposes centralized exchanges and other entities maintaining custody of digital assets owned by their customers. Any of these crypto people that I follow, they talk about holding your own crypto all the time. That these exchanges are really were a recipe for failure. Okay, but not of crypto, but of the transactions themselves, for the very same reason that a lot of other markets are. And that's why these stock markets and everything are so heavily regulated. Well, I think regulation and crypto are kind of, I don't know what happened there. Okay, since FTX filed for bankruptcy in November, centralized exchange volume has diminished to 14 billion from 34 billion, according to Forbes analyst and co-founder and CEO of investment manager NovaBlock. Though after an initial bump in decentralized exchange volumes transacted on code bases that connect traders, why is it doing that to me? That connect traders directly, the numbers have reduced due to lower asset prices and thus less interest heading into the holidays, he says. Similarly, hardware wallets, visually similar to USB sticks, which give users extra layers of protection while still holding their own private access keys, have also increased, though not without controversy. In November, Czech Republic-based Teaser reported that its device sales increased 300% from the monthly average in the preceding quarter, though there are possible vulnerabilities resulting from the role hardware developers play in providing the security of customers' assets. So there's the story. I have, let me go to Visa now and just read a little bit of of the paper, because I think it's interesting. There's an example here which is referred to a little bit in that article. So let's do that. So here's the this is on Visa, auto payments for self-custodial wallets. As blockchain adoption increases, there will be greater need for products with superior user experience and core functionality that support real use cases. In a few simple steps, we can set up automatic recurring payments today directly on our mobile banking applications. In fact, online bill pay is growing rapidly, and customers, especially younger ones, have come to expect the ability to set up recurring payments and take advantage of other conveniences associated with using the Visa card. About 3 in 10 surveyed consumers have changed the way they pay bills in the past 2 years, and finding a more convenient way to pay was the most frequently cited reason. However, this is not a trivial task on a blockchain like Ethereum, the largest blockchain network by on-chain payment volumes. For certain types of digital wallets, such as self-custodial wallet, where the user has sole control over the wallet and private keys, automated programmable payments that can pull payments automatically from a user's account at recurring intervals requires engineering work. In this technical paper, we utilize a novel concept and one of the leading Ethereum developer proposals known as account abstraction to explore how smart contracts can be implemented to enable automated programmable payments. And we propose a new solution towards the real-world application of auto payments to demonstrate how to write a smart contract for self-custodial wallet that can pull funds automatically instead of requiring the user's active participation each time to instruct and push payments on the blockchain. Here's the problem. Consider a hypothetical scenario. Today is the 25th of February. Alex is going away on vacation to the Alps, and she will be returning on March 10th. Nice time off. She must pay her mortgage, TV subscription, and utility bills by the 5th of every month. She does not have enough money to pay before she goes on vacation, but she will have enough money when she gets her paycheck on the 1st of March. How is Alex going to enjoy her vacation without missing her payments? And so here's a diagram. You might be thinking auto payments, and you are right. Indeed, if Alex had a bank account, this is a straightforward process. All Alex needs to do is set up a recurring payments on her Visa card to automatically pay for her recurring bills. However, this is not as straightforward to execute on the blockchain. To see why this is the case, let us consider the Ethereum network. We will begin by setting up a terminology that will help us better understand the issue at hand. As part of Visa's internal crypto hackathon challenge earlier this year, we took on the opportunity to explore the above scenario using a novel technique. The example described is a common everyday use case that can be solved by existing means today, such as check or automated clearinghouse, ACH, We also provide a fast and efficient option today for billers through Visa acceptance. Merchants can opt to accept Visa by setting up automatic payments for recurring bills or by taking card information for individual payments over the phone or online. However, as we are looking to utilize blockchain technology for payments, this takes a new turn when it comes to building out the solution through smart contracts. There are two types of accounts on the Ethereum network today: externally owned accounts, more commonly referred to as user accounts, and contract accounts, referred to as smart contracts. A user account controlled by a private key can send transactions. A smart contract has associated code that can be executed. However, a smart contract cannot initiate transactions on its own. Transactions must always originate from a user account and be signed by the user. Transactions can be a simple token transfer between user accounts on Ethereum blockchain, or more complicated ones that trigger a series of operations to be executed through smart contracts to perform many different actions. How much time we have? We have a little more time. Let us revisit Alex's situation. Suppose Alex owns a user account, which is where her paychecks are deposited and from where she would like to pay her mortgage, TV subscription, and utility bills. Today, to pay her bills, Alex has to initiate a transaction that transfers tokens from her EOA to user account belonging to the recipient, that is, to whomever she is paying her bills. In more detail, Alex's EAO has an associated secret or private key known only to Alex. This private key is used by Alex in a generation of a curved digital signature that is crucial to the creation of a valid transaction. And this already brings us to the problem at hand. If Alex is away on holiday, who will generate the signature to create a transaction that will make her payments? One solution is for Alex to use what is known as a custodial wallet. With a custodial wallet, another party controls Alex's private key. In other words, Alex trusts a third party to secure her funds and return them if she wanted to trade or send them somewhere else. The upside here is that Alex can set up an auto payment connected to her custodial wallet. Since the custodian, who is a party that manages her wallet, has access to her private key, they will be able to generate the signature needed to create transactions for her scheduled auto payments. And this can happen while Alex is away on vacation, or holiday, as they say. The downside is that while a custodial wallet lessens Alex's personal responsibility, it requires Alex's trust in the custodian who holds her funds, like Sam Baconfried or whatever his name is, right? We got to trust him. We don't want to trust him. Another way to understand this is through the terminology of pull and push payments. A pull payment is a payment transaction that is triggered by the payee, while the push payment, on the other hand, is a payment transaction that is triggered by the payer. Ethereum supports push payments, but doesn't natively support all pull payments. Auto payments are an example of pull payments. Ethereum is designed for push payments. So let's just get to this. Account abstraction is a proposal that attempts to combine user accounts and smart contracts into one Ethereum account type by making user accounts function like smart contracts. As we will see ahead, AA allows us to design a neat solution for auto payments. But more generally, the motivating rationale behind AA is quite simple but functional. Ethereum transactions today have several rigid requirements hard-coded in the Ethereum protocol. For instance, transactions on the Ethereum blockchain today are valid only if they have a valid algorithm signature, a valid nonce, and a sufficient account balance to cover the cost of computation. AA proposes having more flexibility in process for validating the transaction on the blockchain. It enables multi-owner accounts via multi-sig signature verification. It enables the use of post-quantum signatures for the verification of transactions. It also allows for a so-called public account from which anyone could make a transaction by removing signature verification entirely. Essentially, AA allows for programmable validity to verify and validate any blockchain transaction. This means that instead of hard-coding validity conditions into the Ethereum protocol that will apply to all transactions in a generalized way, Validity conditions can instead be programmed in a customizable way into a smart contract on a per-account basis. With AA, a user deploys an account contract with one of the features described above, among others. And most importantly for us, is in the use case described, AA now enables auto payments as we can set up validity rules that no longer include signature verification. So they elaborate. So there's a connection to this article in the description here. So you can follow this, read the rest of this yourself. It's quite interesting. Again, I'm always interested in how are we going to use blockchain and crypto for its intended purposes, which isn't a store of value, but a medium of exchange, right? How are we going to use this as a medium of exchange to make all of our lives easier? Not just holding them, buying them and holding them and hoping that they go up as a medium, as a storage of value. We don't want that. At least that's my understanding of what it was intended to be. So anyway, that's where we are. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, all of this is in the description below. Feel free to go. Now, I'm going to ask you to like and share. We need your help to get this information out. So we ask you to like and share our content. Please do that. Also, if you have IRS problems, if you are forced, if you have unfiled tax returns, or if you owe the IRS money and don't know what to do, well, the first thing you should do is get a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problems Today. Go to freeirsbook.com, freeirsbook.com, and I'll give you a copy of my book, Deal with Your IRS Problems Today. I will pay for the printing. I will ask you to pay for the shipping and handling. So go to freeirsbook.com and get your free copy. So thanks so much for joining us here today. We'll be back here tomorrow with today's Tax Talk, and I hope you can join us then. Until then, God bless, and we are out.